Yep, the title is not clickbait. We will be building $2 dice boxes. Let's get right into it. So the materials you'll need are very simple. You need a cigar box like this one. This is a good example of the type of cigar box that I prefer, which are plain wood. I mean, it has some labels and logos and whatnot. They have a latch, and on the inside, see, it's totally plain. It has the pieces of wood here to make the lid fit better. They're solid wood. They are not made out of compressed cardboard, even though you can find some that are made of that material. But I found that many cigar manufacturers make these out of real wood. A box like this costs like $1. Some places they might be selling them to you for $2, but easily you can get them from $1 anywhere. And then you get one of these. This is peel and stick craft felt. This stuff comes with a backing that you simply remove, and you have all the glue there evenly spread, and you can use that to line your cigar boxes. And I failed to mention this, but it's a good thing to line the boxes, otherwise they get too noisy. You see the price there? It's 99 cents. So now this is the moment I cheat. Just something I want to recommend to make your life easier. This is a Westcott craft cutter. This runs for less than $10 at Walmart. If you're going to be doing a project like this, or you're going to be using like I do, for example, that I have a cardboard minifigs, this is fantastic. You have two blades, you have the ruler, you have the lining grid, and you have these ridges here also to help you align the material you're working on. I highly recommend picking up one of these. Let's get started with building. First thing we're going to do is measure. And coming from the Dungeons & Dragons School of Engineering, I'm going to eyeball engineer this thing. And make sure you put the edge of the felt against the inside of the box so you get the right measurement. And then move a little bit here so you can see where the other edge finishes. And mark it just so that you leave some clearance. Grab our cutter. We have our line here. We line it up. You can see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a small line there letting you know where the cut is gonna go. Butt it against the edge here so you're sure that it's nice and square, and push down and cut. Perfect. Oh, I forgot to peel the all right. Yeah, don't forget to take the label off. Now we got this measurement here, so you can try it, see if it fits, and it fits pretty darn good. We do the same thing in this direction. So you can put it there, more or less. Make sure you butt it against the inside edge. Mark. Take your trusty cutter, line up the line, and cut. Let's see how that ended up. Bring back your box. Ha! Perfect. Now all we need to do is peel the backing. If I had nails, my life would be easier. You just peel the backing off, line it up, making sure it's nice and nicely centered, and push down. That's it. You can also line the sides, and I'm not going to go through the whole process of lining the sides, but I can tell you something. You already have one of the, depending on the order you did the measurements and the cuts, you may already have the perfect measurement for these sides. So I can do that. Let's measure that again. In this case, you're going to mark at the edge, but you have to move the cut so you cut it a little bit thinner than that, because of course you're marking outside the edge of the box. So if you cut right on that line that you just marked, it's going to be taller than what you need it to be. So you need to leave some space for that. And I just eyeball engineer the whole thing. Cut. Get it perfect, nicely thin. Slice. Peel the backing. Carefully butt it against the bottom. There you go. Now you have one of the sides nicely lined. This is the minimal, and with this I can definitely finish the whole thing, having the four sides. Of course, I wouldn't have material left for the top here. So if you also want to line the upper part here, like I did with my big box, then you would have to buy another one of those. So it would be not a $2 dice box; it would be a $3 dice box. The end result should be something like this, perfectly lined all around. And if you put dice in it, this is what I mean with the noise. You know, you can roll the dice there. If you use it for storage, you get a little bit less noise. So if you line the top also, like in this one, if I line this part here, you'll get even less noise than what you get with that. So that's it. That's how you make a dice box for only $2. So don't be afraid to go to your local cigar store and look at the boxes. It might be worth it. Look at this beauty. I mean, maybe you can be lucky and find a beautiful box like this one. And then you have your ultimate dice box for, in this case, $3. As you can see, you can have a very simple box that you can use for storing dice, but potentially you could prepare it to store minifigs or any other gaming material you might need to keep around in a safe container. The boxes are durable, they're made out of wood, they're gonna look good, and if you're not fine with the advertising and logos related to cigars, you can easily sand them, paint over them, given any finish you might like. If you like the content of the video, please hit the like button. If you like the content of the channel, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, keep those D20s rolling.